everyone, welcome back to the cottage. I'm Cheyenne with the Rosevine Cottage Girls, and today we're going to be drying herbs. We have lemon balm, anise hyssop, mint, basil, cilantro that I'm not putting in the dehydrator just because I happen to have tomatoes and cilantro at the same time. It's a match made in heaven. So let's get started, and we're going to show you how to dry all those yummy herbs from your garden. So there's a couple ways that you can dry your herbs. We have an Excalibur dehydrator, which is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it if you want to get a dehydrator. There's also other models that are not as expensive that will work just as well. So don't feel like you absolutely have to have that. And we're just going to lay our herbs in a single flat layer over our trays. Now, I don't like to wash our herbs before we do this, but we pick them in the nice early part of the morning when everything is nice and dry after the dew, and it kind of just keeps it clean. And it's going to come in with bugs. Just be aware of that. Shake them off as you see them. And we're just going to remove the leafy part from the stem, off the little branches from the stem. We'll come back and take the leaves off later. It's a little bit easier. I've got a little tool that will just pull the leaves off them. This just makes it lay down flat so it doesn't catch on your dehydrator and make you absolutely crazy trying to get it in. Another great option if you don't have access to a dehydrator is tying your herbs in bundles like this and then just hanging them about the house. You could also use a cookie sheet with a layer of herbs, put them in your oven with the light on, and then just let them dry like that. You can try it outside by placing your herbs in the sun, but you've got to really keep an eye on them so that they don't over dry and just get brown and nasty. You could also use a freeze dryer, but we have a long line of things that need to go in the freeze dryer, so the herbs got shot over to our dehydrator. And this is lemon balm, and it is absolutely delicious in teas. It makes a fabulous jelly. It's actually one of Brianna's favorites. Combine it with a very citrusy lemon flavor, and it's delicious on biscuits. check the blog for a really good biscuit recipe. It's also good for tinctures. Actually, I think I'm going to make a tincture out of this as soon as we get it back out of the dehydrator. We also use a lot of it for tea. Alright, that tray's full. This out of the way. Next tray. Alright, that's the last of our lemon balm. I'm going to go ahead and stick some of our anise hyssop on the same tray. Smells so good. So anise has lots of herbal medicine properties. You'll have to look it up because I can't remember off the top of my head. This is mint that's going to also be joining this tray. That is going to be a pain. There we go. Get it to lay nice and flat. Mint is also really good in tea. Caterpillar, I missed that one when I shook it off. No, I don't want you in the dehydrator. Come on, get off there. Get off of there. There we go. Each herb has its own unique time when it's best to be harvested. So make sure you familiarize, that's a hard word, yourself with that before you go out and start harvesting. Alright, so this is blue spice basil, and I wish you could smell it. It smells heavenly. I debated on whether or not to dry this or make a fresh pesto, but I think we're just going to go ahead and get this on the dehydrator trays because we have a lot of other things to do today. It's just going to save me a little bit of time and make sure it doesn't go bad. Plus, I'm going to put more on the plant, so no problemo. There we go. I think that's about full. Get another tray. Basil is another one that's got lots of uses, from cooking to tea. This particular one is very tasty, and it smells a lot different than a normal basil. There we go. These are ready to head off to our dehydrator, and I'll show you the process when we get over there. So this is our Excalibur dehydrator. You're just going to insert the trays. This dehydrator has a unique setting for anything you're going to put in it, from yogurt to rising bread, vegetables, meats, jerky, fruit rolls. So you'll just you'll just set it to whatever setting you want. If you're using a more generic type dehydrator, then you're just going to plug it in. And you're going to want to keep an eye on it so that it doesn't over dehydrate them. This one has a timer that you can set. This is why it's important to make sure those herbs are nice and flat. this is ready to go. We're just going to put the door on it and turn the knob to turn it on. Actually, plug it in first. There we go. Turn the knob to turn it on however long you want this to dry, and then it's ready to go. Alright, so this tool is a magic thing for getting the leaves off of the stem. You just run it through whatever size on the gauge it will fit through, and it strips everything off. So we've got a pile of already dried herbs. This is holy basil, and we're going to fit it into our jar. You can use a bag, but we prefer to use canning jars to store our herbs. And we are actually going to vacuum seal this in. So you want to make sure that you do not go for higher than that bottom rung on your jar. There we go. Put all those little bits in there. Okay, so we've got a nice clean jar lid. Wipe off the edges just to make sure that there's no debris on it that will break our seal. Alright, so this lovely thing is an electric mason jar vacuum sealer. The company was so nice to send this to us to try out and show you guys. So we're just going to fit this over the top of our jar. And let's read the instructions. Okay, we're good to go. Alright, so there's a power button and you're just going to hit it. I'm so used to manhandling our other vacuum sealer. This is a new experience. Maybe I should have read the directions more clearly. Oh, look at that! Perfect on the first try. So our jar has officially sealed, and this you do both wide mouth and narrow mouth. We're just gonna put a ring on it to make sure it stays nice and secure. Probably not necessary, but and tie a tag on it so we know what it is. I love how easy this is to use. There's no wires or tubes like our other one. So this makes it really fast and you don't have to wrestle stuff. So definitely win. We'll leave all of the links and things down in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a like and comment. Tell us what your favorite herbs are, what you like to use them for, and we'll see you next time at the cottage.